I don't really remember my parents being together. I remember when my mom brought my stepdad into our life, that this guy was trouble. And I remember the police coming to our home, whatever home we lived at. The police at some point were always showing up there, and because there was some kind of abuse or some kind of struggle. So, as we got older, we kind of started having a mind of our own, and I remember getting to the point where, like, I don't have to do this anymore. I'm not sure that I want to have a relationship with my mom because she doesn't take care of me and she doesn't protect me. So maybe I should start taking care of myself. And then I went to Bible college, and my first class was, intro to the Old Testament. Of course, you get to Exodus 20 and the 10 commandments, and one of the first commandments is honor your mother and father. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, surely, if your parents really dropped the ball, you don't have to honor them. And as I'm thinking that, the professor says, and even if your parents didn't do a great job, you still have to honor your parents. And I was like, oh no. Because I remember my last conversation with my mom, and it had nothing to do with honoring her. When I called my mom, and I just, said, hey, I'm sorry for the way I've treated you, and I want to have a good relationship with you. And I think that was sort of the beginning of change. I never thought that we would get to this point. And I guess I just assumed that the relationship would always be broken, and that, my mom, you would never be a mom to me. And now, like, I can drink coffee with my mom every morning and hang out and talk about God and talk about what God's doing in our lives.
And I'm so grateful that we have that relationship. And it has to do with God, me having God come into my life and my heart.
My mom said she's always saying sorry and asking forgiveness. And, for me, I'm like, you don't even need to ask forgiveness anymore because I've already forgiven. But I know it's important for my mom to hear from me that I still love her and that I truly have forgiven her. And I think that sums up God's grace. God can take the ugliest and the most terrible situation, and He can restore it, He can redeem it. If He can redeem my relationship with my mom, I have faith that He can restore any relationship.